Good morning and welcome to the National Bowls Centre. Thanks very much for joining us on what is finals day in South Ayrshire. After a brilliant day of bowls yesterday, we'll be bringing you plenty more live action throughout the day from Northfield. In just under an hour's time, it's Blair Gourley from Inchture against Beth Ibbister of Sighthill in a youth singles match. At midday, we'll have one of the youth pairs semi-finals, and at 2 p.m. we have Eaglesham's Alan Gray and Jedburgh's Alistair White clashing in the men's singles final. Before that though, to get us underway on the Bowls Scotland socials, Prestwick Bowling Club and Craigie and East Lothian go head to head in a vital youth triples group match. And your commentary team throughout the day, and once more, Colin Noon and Paul Mitchell.
Yeah, Andy, good morning everybody. We are at the home of Bowls Scotland. We're in Ayrshire for what should be another exciting day of bowls, culminating, as Andy said, in the finals afternoon, and we will feature the gents singles final for the National Championships of 2023. We're going to focus first of all this morning on the youth triples. We're looking at Prestwick and Craigie up against the East Lothian Cooperative. Niamh Caldwell, Emily Houston and Jamie Noon up against Daniel Gillis, Logan Shields and Darryl Grieve. In terms of this, Colin, it's a 40-minute. It's again similar to the singles yesterday. You're placed into a section, you play a various number of matches, and then you try and get through and win your section. Every game counts really, and at the moment it's been pretty decent for Prestwick and Craigie. Yeah,
they've done quite well thus far. They won their opening two games yesterday, both tight matches. And they've just come off just now. I think, pretty sure the scores are just to be updated, but I think it was a draw. So they're unbeaten as it stands, but long way to go. Again, vital in these games that are 40 minutes is to get off to a nice quick start.
So the players just getting organised. It's quite hectic. They start at 9 and then they come on and play again another couple of times. It's been a great week down here in Ayr. Great week if you're receiving some silverware. And there's been plenty of that about so far. Some great moments, some great bowls. The crowds as well have been excellent. All Scotland delighted with the number of people that have been attending here at the National Centre. There you see our participants getting ready. You got to move from one green to another. You play from 9 to 9:40, overrun slightly, and then you move quickly. So it's a real fun time actually for these players, because you get little time to think between games and have a debrief. Basically, just got to get up and get on with it.
They too. There's hardly any break here at all. It is just one after the other, especially this morning and for triples and moving them around, and it's very, very easy to get marginal overruns in these games. But look, great experience for the players. They love. I mean, they're representing their district in this, and of course, all of them have a tilt at a national title today,
which is the objective. So we're looking at Section 3: Dufftown, Lossiemouth and Keith, Prestwick, Craigie, East Lothian Co-op, Whitehill, Yoker and Cardonald are the participants in this section. So one of the issues as well, you move from green to green, you move from rink to rink, you get the chance at the trial end and get yourself moving once more. There are our participants for today, looking resplendent. We'll keep an eye on all the bowls colours and keep you appraised of this important game in the youth triples. You're just at that stage where you need to keep on winning. You can afford to perhaps lose one or draw one, and you've got to keep going. We watched the youth singles yesterday and we saw some good bowling as well.
A great finish to this one, Paul, wasn't it? Tight all the way, and a great last end where Robbie just managed to get himself over the line.
Yeah, Robbie Earl of Yoker was up against Abby Harris of Shettleston, and Abby did so well to fight back in this one. Found herself 6-2 down at one point. In fact, she was 6-1 down, and just managed to get a nice little run, a couple of singles to make it to 6-3. You see action here from end number 8. We were playing on rink 1 for this game. It seemed to have a nice draw. And if you didn't see any of these pictures from yesterday, what will strike you perhaps is just how quick the players get themselves ready, get themselves onto the mat. The shot selection is made. And the other thing that really stood out to me as well, Colin, was the deliveries of both players. Very smooth, very repetitive, which is, you know, you can deliver a ball in a myriad of styles. You've just got to be able to repeat your action, and it was pretty regular, like clockwork for these players.
Yeah, fairly evident in both players, but both players have probably the luxury, if that's the right word, of coming from areas with good, or clubs with good coaching setups. So, you know, Yoker, as I think I said yesterday, seemed to have a really good setup going there. They have a number of youths, all very competitive, and you can see the coach deliveries in some of these players. And Abby, of course, has come through from her club, Shettleston, as well as West of Scotland Indoor, where I know a chap called Neil McMonagle has a lot to do with the youths and does a great job with them there.
This was a big end for Abby. She was the scorer, 2 shots. Robbie just hung the last of his balls out just a little bit too high. Was aiming to come in for the back white ball. So the match yesterday was a classic example of that 40-minute format. You find yourself behind. Not only have you got to try and win ends, you've got to push for extra shots as well. And that's what Abby did. She managed to get herself into a 10-9 lead. And Robbie came through in the 13th end to win 11-10 and keep his hopes of qualification alive. So we are live with our triples encounter. So Prestwick and Craigie up against East Lothian. There's a familiar name in the youth triples for Prestwick and Craigie, a familiar surname, certainly to the man sitting next to me, Jamie Noon, which will be your son.
It is indeed, and always very difficult to commentate on your own. I think you're always maybe a bit harder on your own than you are with anybody else. But let's see how this one goes. All of these, or a lot of these players, know each other through, you know, the under-18 circuit. So yeah, these players will be known, and yeah, there's a few good prospects in here too.
Emily Houston plays second. That draws the shot. It's always a delight for a skip when your second draws the shot in for you and gives you the opportunity to see how you want to build.
Yeah, probably a difficult head to play to already for both skips. Looks like there's plenty of room, but there's a lot of balls sitting up the front there that you can get caught on, so you need to be able to adapt and find and weave a way through.
First up, Darryl Grave. Look narrow out the hand. Doesn't get punished too much though.
No, he didn't. It doesn't look like there's too much swing on that side. Saw a couple of balls getting punished just for going out wide, so this will be about pace, this will be about good weight, and of course the players are coming off a different surface, so they have to adapt very quickly.
Well, a noticeable change of line A change of weight came with that as well. Shot drawn. Oh, Darrell did not look convinced there. And with reason.
Jamie on that inside track again.
Can use the ball, does so.
Yeah, gets away with that one a little.
So 2 seconds. Have a little chat. Well, it's a good end for Prestwick and Air Craigie. A nice score to get themselves on the card. Daniel just coming through. That one just didn't get away smoothly.
Yeah, Neve's a relative newcomer to the sport, where Emily and Jamie have some wider experience both indoors and out, so it's nice to see, you know, the younger ones just coming through and perhaps, you know, on the coattails of some of the more experienced players. So it's an amazing opportunity for her to play with those two, and she's made an amazing correction here.
That's a pretty good shot, just a little glance on the way past. Daniel going to stylish delivery up with the arm. Just leaving that one just a little short. To confess, I do like the black bowls. I think they look great with the white.
There's not many of them around now, to be
No,
honest.
there's not.
Everybody plays with colour, so it's I guess if you wind the clock back a decade or even two, then everybody was playing with black. It's now unusual.
For which bowls manufacturers are pretty grateful. I think the only set I've never liked was I saw somebody had a rainbow set, about 4 colours in it, and it honestly gave you a headache watching it.
Yeah, I think they call those trifectas. So there's a few of those around these days, but they're very difficult to watch.
Yeah. There's Logan Shield. That's nicely played, and it comes. Not quite a front toucher. That's a good ball.
That's a great ball from Logan.
Just under where Emily wished to be.
Very good again from Logan.
very steady so far. There's a chance here. And Lothian retained the shot, but that was a nice ball, just nips it away. Could do with another one in or around now.
Logan just missing the line there.
Yeah, dropped on the inside. Yeah, I was saying they could do with another ball just to the right hand side of the screen. That's where the advantage would lie for Prestwick and here Craigie.
Yeah, opportunities for both teams here to build on what they've got. This looks all about weight.
It's good effort, good place.
Chance for Darrell though. Darrell sits that away. He can move this back to 4 shots.
Certainly a long way away with that one.
Jamie, I'm sure, will look to play something very, very similar to his last. Looks like he's picked a line.
It's another good effort. And there's a whole cache of balls waiting.
Yeah, there's not a lot of body language telling us what the shot is there, Paul, is there? The camera angle would probably suggest the ball just beyond jack high, but very difficult to say. It's a big shot on to turn the jack here. It's gone quicker. And caught on the outside. Same chance for Darrell though. Sets the back 2 balls, he can make a few.
I think he's going to get the same fate.
Yeah, just a bit eager on it, I think.
Not quite where he wants to be. Let's have a look. I have to say I'm a big fan. If you're unsure, just get it measured, and I think that's what's going to occur.
I don't know if that's conceded or...
I think it's just tidied up. It is one of these things, isn't it? You think, didn't think that was in. So again, the ball rested, and it will be the East Lothian ball that we'll check first.
Very close.
That's worth a double check.
Now, that's what makes me think the first one was conceded, but who knows? Yeah. And so it's Neve that's picked up the jack.
Yep,
there,
so one shot. So an early lead for Prestwick and there Craigie.
It's a nice start from Neve.
16-year-old New Gillis. Started age 13.
An interesting fact about Daniel too is he's the nephew of former internationalist and Commonwealth Games player Wayne Hogg.
Oh yeah.
So there's a good pedigree in the family.
Got someone to turn to. To just try and drop inside or borrow. No, borrow.
Yeah, it was always on for him. Very good again,
line,
yeah.
isn't he?
Very good.
You'll take that if you're the skip. That's good leading.
Yeah, that's great. It's great leading. Emily, I'm sure we'll just hope to get one near here.
Yeah, if you're leading, that's a particularly nice sight. It's good work from Daniel Gillis.
Oh, he's gone very quick at that. Nice chance for Logan to build on this.
Had a great line too.
Yeah, it was a super chance to apply some pressure there. It's one of those heads that it could just build and build, and it could be very difficult to change.
Louis just wanted something a little bit closer. Again, the opportunity falls. See what he can do.
Better.
There's a good line again.
Doesn't want to touch it. Ugh.
Well, he's certainly fattened the target.
He has, but it's still fairly narrow. Jamie seems quite interested in this one.
Yeah, it's a good place. Gotta be careful. Walking backwards is a skill, but you've got to be careful of what's coming.
Yeah, it nearly took him out there, I think, didn't it?
You don't want to trip over a ball that you're not looking at and get your clip going viral. That's social media of the wrong kind for any player.
Absolutely.
I don't think Jimmy will be shy here.
He's definitely not. He's in the area. He needs a corner though.
Oh
dear.
Well,
Oh dear, oh dear.
that's a great reaction from Darryl Grieve. Just a smile. He knows these things happen. You can't get too upset about it.
He's just missed his line as well. The best reply to that is to put it right back in.
Oh, the lucky little nudge
Yeah.
has transformed 2 or 3 down to 2 or 3 up.
And Jamie's done the same. There's obviously a line there. If you go over it, then it just goes further and further out.
Again, it looks quite pacey.
It's the pace that's killed him, unfortunately.
see what the alteration is.
It's just about weight, I think, from there. It's the stop too.
That's a great ball. And then there's the reply here from Darryl Grave. It's a big ball, potentially 4 against.
Just pulling up short, unfortunately. His line was better.
He has a great line. A little bit more weight. Well, it just goes to show how quickly something can change. They were set up beautifully, some great opening balls from Daniel Gillis and then Logan Shields. But the wicked wick just took it away, and the advantage now lies firmly with Prestwick and Craigie. I must admit, I thought it was a 3 from that angle.
I think it probably was. Well, I don't think the scoreboard at the other end had been updated from the previous end, so let's see what the other side says.
Yeah, well, they moved it on to 6. And it's one of the features of the younger game. We do not have a member of Bowls Scotland confirming the scoreline to us. Is that just a little bit too heavy? So a much wider line. Well, it looked like a 3, but it was indeed just a 2 in the end. It's all about the angles you're viewing it from. A tough end for Neve. So fairly open for both Emily Houston and for Logan Shields. Emily just 14. Started bowling at age 7. With a lovely style, very easy looking delivery.
Emily also comes from a well-known bowling family, so both her older sisters have been capped at under 25 level for Scotland, and Rebecca, her oldest sister, is has a full cap as well, so she was capped for the first time this year, and she's also capped indoor at full cap, so good bowling family. And Dad Jamie was here this week in the singles. Unfortunately fell at the first hurdle, but always impressive just to be able to get here in the singles.
Yeah, it's some journey for a singles player. You've got to win your own club championship, you've got to come through your own district, be the best of the best there. And it's such a big deal qualifying for these events. Emily misses the ball, but she'll go sailing by. Well, the loosest end so far. And time for the skips to shine.
Yeah, plenty of room for both skips.
Which is not something you get too often. Certainly not in triples when there's been 12 balls ahead of you.
No, you don't. And at youth level, it's always the case that there's probably going to be balls in the front that make it even more difficult to get through. But yeah, you would think both should improve on the situation. The scoreboard has changed now. Actually, it's moved to 8. So I think that was a 4 at the last end that just wasn't updated on the scoreboard properly. Best line so far.
That's the winner. A nice little toucher to boot as well. Good ball from Jamie Noon.
Don't know if there's a way for Darrell to get through to that, because the way the scoreboard is, it's probably worth trying to turn the ball away. It's close.
No. Didn't quite want that thick of an edge, wanted to try and come through.
Yeah, well, Jamie will be keen to put another one in here. That ball does look lonely.
Oh, he's played it again. It's 2 excellent balls. There's I'm going to go again. Is there a way through?
Good contact's good for him. Yeah, makes a massive difference.
Well,
Returning the favour from the previous end, I would say.
what a turnaround that is. Well, there's a few in there. And again, just when you're thinking you're going to hit into double figures, which was the hopes of Prestwick and Craigie, they have been pegged back. And the opportunity for Daniel Gillis to set the jack length of his choosing.
There's just exchanging a smile there.
Yep.
And a handshake. Good to see.
Nice ball.
This looks like a better one from Neve. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, that's her best ball. Well, it'll be disappointment for Daniel. Having had the chance to set the jack length. It is Eve Caldwell who did well there.
Yeah, Neve's done a great job there. She's just standing out the way there. I'm sure she's really nervous. She was nervous being here in the first place. Never mind with the cameras on. So good to see her have a great end there.
Yeah, she can afford herself a nice little smile for that. Well, Logan Shield played a couple of really good balls at the last end.
The weight was very good there, I think, or maybe just beyond. They gave it a chance. Maybe it's better if her weight's good. Just pulling up short again.
Doesn't look convinced.
Yeah, there's a grimace on the face there, wasn't there?
Yeah, I just realised it's just gone a little bit high. Smoothly away again. Just looks a tad on the high side again. One looking on for potentially two.
Big end in the context of the match, this, I think. I think if East Lothian Co-op can score here, given the time constraints, then they're still in it. If Craigie score with Prestwick, then maybe just push them right towards the finishing line.
Not a bad effort. So East Lothian Co-op coming into this one having won 1 of 3 games. And we do have a positive shots count. Prestwick Craigie, similar to Dufftown Lossiemouth and Keith. 1, 2 of 3 drawn the other. Dufftown Lossiemouth and Keith have a better shots advantage.
There we go.
There's
Big
the portal.
chance. It's always on that line.
Certainly lying a couple. Just doesn't have the pace to get to where he wanted.
Yeah, like everyone else, just struggling with the line on that side. So, great opportunity for Darryl to add here. Corner of his own, doesn't for another.
Yep, and he comes.
Maybe 3. I don't think there's any back position or any good back position for Air Craigie either, so under a bit of pressure here.
Well, a key moment in the match. It's a tough shot here for Jamie Noon.
That's the line as well, I think.
Yeah, he's just going to hang out there.
Yeah, so that'll be a 3, I would think.
So, it's been a good couple of ends for East Lothian Co-op, getting themselves right back into this game. All to play for. Well, it was in the game this morning that Dufftown, Lossiemouth and Keith took on Prestwick Craigie. It was 6 apiece, that's why they both have the draw in their table. Prestwick and Air Craigie 2 up in this 40-minute game.
Okay. Alright, no problem. I'll pick up you later and we'll get all right. Okay? Right, keep going.
This looks better.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, applause from second and skip.
He's picked another good line here.
Jamie's very interested.
Jamie and Emily are very interested in this.
Ah, how about that?
Super.
Inside on that occasion. And that one good ball is making all the difference so far.
Yeah, but a nice shot on for Logan here, down his forehand. Either sit the ball directly or come off the wide one. So high percentage chance here. Jamie will be keen for Emily to get another one in here.
Can Logan nip this out? He's under the line.
Yeah, even though he's missed that ball, he's actually ran to quite a good home. It's not a bad place to be.
Let's see if he can just make that little alteration needed. They look interested.
Yeah, it looks much closer here.
He's got something.
Oh, he's probably just been unlucky.
Well, good to make contact, and quite the contact that he was looking for. Those green balls at the back now look very handy.
Be interesting to see what Darrell chooses to play here.
Looking to make an impact these first.
Yeah, on his backhand. Good contact, gets him the shot.
Well, it's well played.
Yeah, they're all his balls coming in, so you know any promotion on those gives him a chance. And even if he was to go slightly quicker and set the green one away, that would give him two, I would say. Jamie down a reasonable line. Pulling up quite short though.
Well, Darrell very quick off the mat.
Yeah, no time taken.
Yep. Again, wants his own to try, just push it through.
It's been unlucky again.
Still has a shot on though.
There's not a lot for Jamie to play here. Looks like he's on a safe line with reasonable weight. Will Darrell go with a bit more?
I'd love to get that green shot ball, it's a hard one.
I think he's very close here.
Red.
Yeah, well played.
That's
well played.
really well played. Good percentage shot, built it up well.
It's dangerous for Jamie too, because the score as it sits, it's 8-7. He would be one up potentially going into the last end. Does not want to turn any of those short ones through.
Yeah, I don't think that will look too attractive from the mat. Everything that's in front of them.
No,
The
can't
two
go.
green balls there as well, you don't want to play onto it.
Pretty close, I think.
Well, he's trying for it. Has he got it?
It's unlucky.
It's an excellent effort. That was fraught with danger.
Oh, there's handshakes here, so the
And-
time must be out.
Well, that was an adventurous way to finish. But victory does go the way of Prestwick and Ayr Craigie. And what was a very tight contest. Prestwick and Ayr Craigie getting off to a strong start. Winning the first 3 ends. They dropped the last 3 ends, but it was enough for them just to maintain their advantage by 8 shots to 7. Neve Caldwell, Emily Houston and Jamie Noon remain unbeaten in this section. Our play schedule to come, we have got the singles tournament where Gurley will take on Beth Ipsister, and then the youth pairs semi-final of confirmation of that. They're still playing at the moment. And then this afternoon, 2 o'clock, Alan Gray against Alistair White for the Scottish Men's National Championships 2023 singles title. That is going to be a cracker. Join us again soon. Bye for now.